Come on guys, today we are going to learn system information and network monitoring in Linux. So let's start with that. First I will switch to the root user. Then first command I'm going to run is uname -a. So it will give the information about Linux kernel information, then machine name and other things. And if you want to know only kernel version, then you can just run uname-r. So it will just give the kernel version. Next, if you want to know more about OS and Linux distribution, you can just run cat/etc OS release. So if you cat this particular file, you will get to know more about the OS and Linux distribution. So name is Ubuntu and version is 24.0 floor. This is the Ubuntu version I am using now. Alternative to that, you can run lsb release command also, lsb _underscore release then -a. This also gives the information about the distribution, like Ubuntu distribution I'm using, and the version of that Ubuntu is 24.04. Next, I want to know more about the hardware information like CPU, memory, and disk. So for CPU, I can just run the command ls-cpu. It will list the information about that particular CPU. So I will get the details like the architecture, then CPU mode like 32-bit and 64-bit, then the vendor ID and model name, that is Intel. So these kind of details I will get when I run ls-cpu. And for memory, we know that we can run the command free-h. Here h means human readable format. So here we have the memory 957 total memory, then used memory is this and free memory is this. So that is about memory. For disk, we have the command called as df-h. Df means disk free, -h means in human readable format. So here you can see the file system, then size of that particular file system or that disk, then used or storage of that disk and available storage for that disk, then use percentage also. Also, you can mount this disk to particular folder, like mounted onto dev/shm or /run. Like this, you can mount particular disk to particular folder. So here /dev/root is one hard disk and that is mounted to the directory /. Similarly, dev xbds16 is one more disk and that is mounted to /boot directory. So like this, you can mount additional hard disk to the particular directory. In coming days, I will show how to mount the disk also. Also for the disk, I can run the command called lsblk. So it will also give the same details like mount points, the size and other things. Now let's switch to the network informations. The first information I need is the IP address of this particular instance. For that, I can run the command ifconfig. You can see ifconfig command is not found. That is because networktools software is not installed. In Ubuntu, if you want to install any particular software, we can just run the command apt install, then the software name, that is net-tools. Once I run apt install nettools, it will start downloading that package and then it will start installing. This apt install command only works with Ubuntu distribution, but if you are working with CentOS or Red Hat OS, then you have to use yum command actually. It is installed now. I will clear my screen first, then if I run ifconfig again, here I will get the IP address of all the interfaces here. You can just run ip-addr show command. This also gives the IP address details. Also, if you want to know the system's route table, then you can run netstat-r command for routing table. Here you can check the destination column first, and for this destination, the gateway used is this one. So for this destination, the gateway will be this one. So like this, there will be a route table for each destination. There will be a different gateway. So if the system wants to transfer some packet to this particular destination, it will use this particular gateway. So these details we will get to know from the route table. Check out my AWS VPC video also. There I have explained the route table video in detail. If you are facing any system level issues, then you can run the command called as dmesg. This is very helpful while debugging the issue. So it will provide the system logs actually. You can combine this with pipe and grep command and you can filter the logs. Then if you want your system's full summary of hardware, software and drivers, everything, then we have the command called as inxi. Then I can now add a flag -f. So here inxi is not installed. So I have to run apt install to install any software, that is the software name is inxi. Then I will run command inxi -F actually. So from this command, I will get all the details like system, kernel, then architecture, then machine type, then CPU, graphics, audio, network, drivers, partition, then sensors. All these details I will get from this one particular command. We can get system's full summary using this inxi command. Also for the detailed report, I can run the command dmite code command. So it will give the detailed report about the system information. So enough about system information. Let's see the network monitoring part now. We want to know some address is reachable from the server or not. For that, I have the command ping. ping, then I can give any host name or IP address. If I give google.com now, so it will start sending the packet to the google.com and it will receive the response back. So here you can see 1.87 millisecond is taking for one connection. So that's the use case of ping. Also, instead of host name, I can give the IP address also. For example, ping -c3, then the IP address like 8.8.8.8. So you can see the result here. 3 packets are transmitted and 3 is received and 0% packet loss. It sent only 3 packets because in the command I have mentioned the flag -c and the value is 3. Then if you want to know the network connection status, then I have the command netstat. Netstat means network status. Then I have the flag -a&t. So here you can see the network status and the local address and the state of those particular network connections. So here -a&t means all connections, numerical format and TCP. Then for example, if you have some 100 connections, then if you want to grep only established connection, then I can filter using grep command, grep then established. If I run this command now, I will only get this particular network connection. Then for real-time network monitoring, I can use the command if top. That is not installed yet. I can install it using apt install if top. It's installed now. If I run if top now, I can monitor my network real time. You can see these values are changing. You can press Ctrl C for quit that particular window. Then if you want to know the open ports, then I have the command called as nmap, then -p, and the port range I can give, for example, 1 to 100, then localhost. If I run this now, so nmap is not installed, so I can install using apt install nmap. Nmap is installed now. Now I can run nmap command. So you can see 22 port is opened and only one IP address is scanned. That is because from my laptop I have SSH into this particular instance. If you want to add the monitoring logs to any particular file automatically, then you can use cron tab. In previous video I explained about the cron tab. Please check out that video. And for editing the cron tab, I can use -e command or -e flag. I have just added this particular entry in cron tab. That means this is like for every minute I am running the netstat command and output will be added to this particular log file. That is in var/log folder. Let's save this file now. Now I am in var/log folder. Then if I cat netstat.log file, so netstat output command is automatically added to this particular file using the cron tab. That's it about network monitoring. At the end, I want to cover a couple of other commands. For example, if you want to reboot or shut down this particular server, then I have the command like reboot. For example, if I run reboot, it will reboot this particular server. Then if I want to shut down this particular server, then I have the command shutdown. With the shutdown command, I can add the timings also. For example, if I run shutdown now, it will shut down now only. And if I want to schedule this shutdown, then I can add the flag -h. Then I can give the details. Like for example, if I want to shut down this at 10 p.m., then I can give the timings like 22. This is how I can reboot or shut down my server. So that's it for today. Subscribe and check out other videos too.